Once upon a time in a bustling city, there was a man named Mr. Nobody. He was an ordinary-looking man in his mid-30s with an unassuming demeanor and a knack for blending into the background. However, deep inside, Mr. Nobody had a unique ability. He could transform into anything he wished to be. From a young age, Mr. Nobody discovered his extraordinary power. He could change his appearance, his skills, and his personality with ease. He could become a talented musician, a brilliant scientist, a charismatic leader, or a skilled athlete just by imagining it. However, despite his remarkable abilities, Mr. Nobody was plagued by self-doubt, overthinking, and anxiety about what others would think of him. Mr. Nobody's overactive mind was constantly filled with thoughts like, what if I fail? What will others think of me? Am I really capable of this? And what if I'm not good enough? These thoughts paralyzed him with fear and prevented him from taking any action towards achieving his dreams. He doubted his own abilities, second-guessed his every decision, and constantly worried about the opinions of others. As a result, Mr. Nobody remained stuck in a monotonous routine, working a mundane job and living a mediocre life. He never pursued his passions or chased his dreams, always playing it safe and avoiding risk. He watched others around him achieve greatness, but he was too afraid to step out of his comfort zone and make the most of his incredible abilities. One day, Mr. Nobody had an encounter with a wise old man who saw through his facade of self-doubt. The old man, who had a similar ability to transform into anything he wanted, recognized Mr. Nobody's potential and decided to mentor him. He taught Mr. Nobody about the power of self-belief, the importance of taking action despite fear, and the value of authenticity. With the old man's guidance, Mr. Nobody began to confront his self-doubt and challenge his negative thought patterns. He learned to trust his abilities and embrace his uniqueness. He realized that he didn't need to be perfect or seek approval from others to pursue his dreams. With newfound confidence and a changed mindset, Mr. Nobody started taking small steps towards his goals. He overcame his fear of failure and rejection, and he began to fully utilize his abilities to pursue his passions. He embraced his authentic self and stopped caring about what others thought of him. As Mr. Nobody started achieving success in various areas of his life, he realized that his abilities were not just meant for personal gain, but also for helping others. He used his talents to make a positive impact on his community and the world around him. He became a source of inspiration for others, showing them that self-doubt and overthinking can be overcome with determination, self-belief, and action. In time, Mr. Nobody's story gained recognition, and he became a symbol of resilience and transformation. His journey inspired countless people to overcome their own limitations and pursue their dreams with confidence. He was no longer Mr. Nobody, but a hero in the eyes of many. Looking back, Mr. Nobody realized that his self-doubt and overthinking were just temporary roadblocks on his path to greatness. He learned that it's okay to have fears and doubts, but what matters is taking action despite them. He learned that authenticity and self-belief are the keys to unlocking his true potential. And most importantly, he learned that he didn't need to be everything to everyone, but he just needed to be himself. And so, Mr. Nobody's story became a legend, inspiring generations to come. He achieved greatness not because he was capable of being anything he wished to be, but because of undoing most of things like self-doubting, overthinking, and caring about what people will say. As a quote says, if you listen to your fears, you will die never knowing what a great person you might have been. Robert A. Schooler.